Hello, hello, hey, sweet people, and welcome to another episode of Inglês no Rádio. My name is Foster, still, and I am still here with my partner in crime, my podcast host, my many things, Alexia.
Hello.
How you doing, Alexia?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm doing wonderfully, and today we are going to talk about silence.
Silence. What?
Silence.
Are you doing this on purpose?
It's a silent podcast. It's an audio experiment. No, so we are going to talk about silent.
That's horrible.
One day people will enjoy my jokes. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about, Alexia, are silent letters in English. As we know, as I have talked about many times on the podcast before, and especially forcefully recently, English is not a phonetic language, which means the way we write in English doesn't really help us understand the way we pronounce things. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, cool. So can you think of any silent letters in English?
Yes, there is one that I always think about that people will read and they make the mistake. It's not their fault, obviously, of saying it wrong, that it's island.
Island.
Yeah.
And what is the silent letter, or what is the mistake that people make?
Iceland.
Yes. Yeah. So.
Or Island. I don't know.
Yeah. So the word island, Ilia, is I-S-L-A-N-D. So there is an S right there in the beginning, but we don't say that. So this is kind of similar to Iceland, the country, Islandia, right?
Yes.
But with Iceland, we do pronounce the S sound.
But it's not an S. It's a C.
Yes, correct. So we say island. Very similar to that, we also have the word isle, which is I-S-L-E.
Which, for those who are...
Which.
For those who are travelers, they know already that the aisle and the window, that you can choose their seats.
No, this is actually different.
No, it's not.
This is different. So we have the word isle, which is like a fancy version of island, like the British Isles. It's not very common, but we do say this. And then we have the word isle with the exact same pronunciation. So these are homophones, which we talked about in episode 141. Homophones explained. I could be wrong. We will put it in the show notes. But we also have the word isle, which is A-I-S-L-E, which is what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why did you say that it's a different one when I said the aisle, corredor, and window?
Because we have the word aisle with an A in the beginning. And that could be corredor. That could be a grocery aisle, like the aisles in a grocery store, right? The different sections. But we also have the word aisle with no A in the beginning. And that just means an island. It's a fancy way to say island.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Great start. So that's probably one of the most classic examples, but there are many other examples of words where we have a silent S. Do you want me to give you a few examples?
I know that English uses French words for a lot of things as well. So there is one makeup brand that it's called Bourgeois, that it's from L'Oreal.
And Bourgeois.
Yeah, Bourgeois. Bourgeois.
That's a makeup brand?
Yeah.
Really?
It's I don't know if I think it's still here, but it was a big thing in back when I was like 14, 15 years old, because it was like the teen makeup and with good prices, and it was from L'Oreal.
Okay. Do you know what bourgeois means in the way we use it in English?
No.
Bourgeois essentially means like middle class, like the working class.
So you can see why the makeup brand is called Bourgeois as well.
Yeah, I guess makeup for the normal girl.
Yeah.
All right. Another word that perhaps comes from French, I'm not sure, but I'm hearing this word a lot, especially on like news and politics, is the word apropos. Have you heard this before?
No.
So if something is apropos, and we write this with an S, so A-P-R-O-P-O-S. If something is apropos, it means it is very relevant, very appropriate to the conversation. So you could say, for example, that is very apropos to the topic at hand. Like it's very relevant. It's very meaningful.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So we have silent S, and when I think of silent letters in English, the next thing that comes to mind is the silent B. Which we have a lot of, and usually I do not hear you make mistakes with the silent S, but with the silent B, you have some trouble sometimes.
Yes, for example, I always hear like thumbs up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Good thing, right? When you had your thumb up, it's a good thing.
Okay.
But when it's plural, thumbs up, you hear the B. So I get very, very confused.
With the word thumb, I don't think I ever use B. So just to clarify, thumb is dedão, your big finger. What separates us from a lot of other animals. And we say thumb. We do not say thumb. No, we never say B. There's no B. Thumbs.
Thumbs.
Yeah, thumbs. Just imagine the B is not there.
Thumbs.
Yep.
Oh, God.
So no B, forget the B. Also, a mistake that I hear you make quite often, and it's a little bit scary that I hear you make this mistake, is with the word bomb.
That's a bomb.
What?
That's the bomb.
That's the bomb.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 things here. 3 things, actually. First, that's the bomb. That means that's really cool. That's like a little kid way to say, oh, it's cool. When I was younger, I always said, it's thebomb.com, which is very stupid, but I still think it's funny. Second thing, the word bomb. This is ah. This is the ah sound, like prato, chato, hato. It is not boom. It's not boom, boom. It's bomb. And third thing, we don't pronounce the B, so many times Alexia says bomb, but it's bomb.
Bomb.
Yeah. So you just need to drill this in your head. The B does not exist.
And how do I say débito?
Débito.
Yeah.
Debit.
Debit. And how do I say when you are... Como é que é quando você tá em dívida?
When you're in debt.
Yes.
Yes. So another example of a silent B, debt. D-E-B-T. We do not pronounce the B. So you can imagine this word debt, dívida, is just like D-E, like an T, debt.
That.
Yeah.
And how do I say débito again?
Debit.
Okay.
So that does have a B.
Yeah, because it gets people very confused about these 2 words as well.
Yeah. So like debit and credit, you have a debit card. But if you spend too much money on your credit card and you cannot pay that money, then you are in debt.
In that.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. So you know what I think? I think having all of these silent letters in English is kind of dumb.
Me too.
But it's definitely not dumb. So, Alexia, I hear you making this mistake from time to time. Dumb.
You are dumb.
D-U-M-B. We do not pronounce the B.
Dumb. Faster is dumb.
Cool. So another common one that a lot of people don't think about.
Doubt.
Exactly.
Ha. This is the only one that I'm perfect with.
Doubt
Yeah.
has a B, and we don't say it. So imagine the pronunciation is just like ow, ow. So doubt.
Doubt.
Perfect. And one more point about doubt. In general, Brazilians really tend to overuse the word doubt. So all of the time, our students say, I have a doubt, or I have a doubt about something.
I have a question.
I have a question. So we really don't use doubt that often in English. You could say, when in doubt, tipo, quando estiver na dúvida, or if in doubt. But apart from that, we don't use it as much as you use it in Portuguese.
Cool.
So a lot of these sounds, just to finish, Alexia, a lot of these sounds, these silent letters, they're quite subtle.
Subtle.
How would you Yeah.
No, sutil.
Sutil.
Sutil. Yeah, sutil.
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 Subtle.
Subtle.
We write subtle with a B. S-U-B-T-L-E. That looks like subtile.
Subtile.
But we say subtle.
Subtle.
Yeah. Crazy.
I think for me, I have more problems with the B at the end of the words than the B in the middle of the words. I'm okay with the B in the middle of the words, but when it's at the end,
yeah,
I get very confused.
Yeah, I think that's normal, just because our brains automatically look at the beginning and end of things. So you see the B at the end of the word and you think bamba, dumba. But to be honest, there are not that many silent Bs. There's probably like 20 common words that have silent Bs. So just learn them. Learn the ones that are difficult for you, and then you're done forever. You don't have to worry about them ever again.
Okie dokie.
Does that sound good?
Yes, it does.
Okay, awesome. We will talk to you guys tomorrow.
Bye.